And with your permission, I want to record the call for those that are not here so that they can also get the recording. And we will do it, we would always record our sessions. So I can see Melissa is here. Welcome, Melissa. Good evening. You're muted in case you're trying to speak. Okay, so as I was saying, the purpose of this bootcamp, it's a 3 week bootcamp, and it's 3 weeks because we've seen that 3 weeks is not too long to become burdensome for people who already have a very hectic schedule. And 3 weeks, I think, sufficient time to get one on the go in learning anything. It's a good time to evaluate any particular field or industry you choose to delve into and see what it looks like, have a taste of what it looks like. And then we are not just doing it to show you how it's done. We want to show you both how it's done and then also work with you to do it by yourself, and then so that you see and have a taste of it by yourself. So that's the purpose. So by the end of these 3 weeks, you shall be living with skills that will help you be more confident with the way you deal with data, both for personal or business or academic purpose. So that's the main reason we do what we do. And we are glad to have you join us for this second cohort. You people make up the second cohort of the bootcamp, right? So I have briefly shared, given the backdrop to the bootcamp and why we do what we do. So the other thing is, I encourage everyone to be collaborative and to assist one another. So you are not just participants, you are not just members of a WhatsApp group, you are like classmates, and then you should be free and open to conversing and then asking for help from your colleague throughout the program and even beyond. So that is a little introduction. And before I proceed, I would like to hear from you people. If you can just unmute yourself and then quickly introduce yourself. You can tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and experience. And if you have any data experience before now, like your level of proficiency with any data analysis tool or data analysis in general, you can also mention that so we'll know ourselves better. So you can do that very quickly. Abdul, let's can we begin with you?
Okay, my name is Abdul Samad Sheikh from Kenya. I finished my bachelor degree in Bachelor of Arts, specifically political science, and currently I'm working in some organization just local here in Mombasa. It's about administrative. And then about data analysis, actually I don't have more information about it, but I was enthusiasm since some few months back about to learn it. Okay.
Yes.
What I know about the data is just about the computer packages, which is Excel and Access and other packages. I think the information and other data it can be used through these packages, through these computer packages in Excel. But I don't know much about data analysis. That's why, even in some recruitment organizations, I think they prefer want to have a knowledge of data analysis. I saw it in most of them. So that's why I'm very, very enthusiasm in learning this bootcamp to the course. And actually, I'm anticipating for having some knowledge, background knowledge for it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Well spoken. So we're happy to have you join us. Finally, they say the hardest part is taking a step. So you've done the hardest part already. Right, so thank you. So Melissa, can you unmute yourself and quickly introduce yourself so that we can get to know you a little better? You are muted in case you are trying to speak. So you can click mic, the microphone icon on your screen so that you can hear in case you are saying something already. Hello? Oh, I think maybe her network is fluctuating because she's just joining and dropping off. I guess it's a network problem. So while we wait for her and others to join,
Yeah, it's okay.
we
Let
can.
us wait for.
Okay. So let me quickly, the call is being recorded. So please, you remember this program is designed, and we understand that time can be challenging. Having a convenient time for everyone can be challenging, right? So that's why we make provision for the recording and all. So okay, she's saying that her network is bad. Okay, so
I can see in the group there maybe
yeah,
15 participants.
yes. So
So I
it's
don't know.
yeah. So the thing there is,
Okay.
there are those who may not be able to join in all sessions, although we have a requirement for at least a limited number of at least minimum number of attendance to qualify to be eligible for our certification, right? But we make provision for recording for every session. So at least we do our best to get those ones. So you're coming for yourself, right? And then gaining that hands-on learning is something you're doing for yourself because already you have paid, the others have paid as well. And my goal here is to make sure that I deliver even more value than was paid for, right? So do not be discouraged because you are doing this for yourself, right? So welcome, Arinze. Can you quickly introduce yourself if possible? Then you can unmute yourself and quickly tell us about yourself, and then tell us if you have experience with data analysis in general and some data analysis tools that you have worked with. So you can just do that very briefly, then we proceed.
And I didn't really get I should introduce myself and if I have any experience with data analysis, right?
Yes, you can just start with a brief introduction, then you can
Okay.
go.
So my name is Arin Zaboni. Um, I'm a graduate of electronic engineering. Well, I've had past experiences with data analysis, majorly self-education, with Excel and SPSS. But I've not really like done something like quite organized or professional with respect to data analysis. But I do have some experience on it.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for that. So we very quickly we move on to the next item on our agenda, and which is I will just lead a brief talk on learning set. I mean, setting learning intention, and it's something I emphasize each time I'm opportune to lead any session or teach people any new skill or give general career advice, and it underpins the fact that as humans we tend to get discouraged when we are learning anything new. Like when we're exploring any new domain, there are times that you feel like I'm lost. I don't even know whether I'm just wasting my time here and all that. Now, the part I want us to have in at the back of our mind is about setting learning intention. Learning intention means that while learning, you should be patient with yourself. Like if you think about it very, very well, you see that maybe since your first day on earth, you have not really had time to learn this particular skill, right? Then why is it that you can't give yourself just a few weeks or months sef to let your brain learn this first before you start expecting so much from your brain? So sometimes we mount ourselves into some unnecessary pressure that makes it look like we are not learning when we are truly learning, right? So setting learning intention means that we should define for ourselves the purpose or the purpose for which we are learning this. Okay, I register for a boot camp that will run for 3 weeks. I know I can also channel that 3 weeks, the hours I will spend during this 3 weeks program into other things. But why have I chosen to do this instead? Right? Why have I chosen to learn data analysis instead? I want your intention could be that you want to apply it directly to your job, or that you are a student and you want to enhance your research skills, or whatever your personal reasons could be. But be selfish enough to connect your learning to a personal goal, right? And then a number of things that would help you do that is that number one, you have to be patient with the learning process. And then, secondly, you have to enjoy the process itself. Enjoying the process itself means that you are learning this skill, but then you see it as an opportunity to explore, right? Rather than setting a performance goal. There's something called performance goal. Performance goal is something you're expected to be able to do when you have become a professional, right? But learning intention is something that you have defined to help you learn, right? You have to learn first before you start setting performance goal, right? So you have to enjoy the process itself, and then you have to connect your intention to a personal mission, right? Connect it to a personal purpose or personal goal, like I already mentioned. So if you do these three things, then you see that you give yourself that patience to grab what you are being taught, and then you would also not be so harsh on yourself if you make mistakes or when it seems like you're not getting it. And it will also help you have that vulnerability, like to reach out to ask for help when you need it. So these are things that I want you all to keep at the back of your mind. And as part of it, you can decide today that I will follow through this program till the end and I must come out with something concrete. And the previous cohort, yes, everybody's level of participation cannot be the same, but we had people that were outstanding. Like they were really selfish and they were always on my DM, right? Asking questions, and I would always be eager to help, right? So it goes beyond the program. You can always reach out to me, right, or ask general question in the group. So that's a little bit about setting learning intentions, right? Let me confirm that you can still hear me at this point. Hello.
Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Now the next thing we'll talk about is structure of the program, the structure of the bootcamp, right? And I believe have you all you can see my screen, right? Can you see my screen? Hello?
You can see just a picture of yours.
Just my picture. You should be seeing me display the curriculum like a document showing on my listing. Okay, well, let's not dwell so much on that. So the structure of the program, this section here just summarizes what the experience could looks like, right? 2 hours sessions running for 3 weeks, and for each week we meet 4 times. That means 2 hours. That is in all, we should have 12 sessions, right? And during those 12 sessions, you should multiply 2 hours by 12 sessions. That should be about 24 hours, right? Of less of learning sessions. Then you should also have some time for your project and then other things that will come along the line, right? And it's going to be hands-on, meaning that it's something you learn in the process. There will be sessions that you watch me do certain things, but other sessions you'll be expected to have your data set and your applications running, right? Then you'll be the one doing it. Then I'll be here to monitor and guide, right? So that's the structure of the program. And then the the other thing is that it's fully virtual, like I mentioned. So you can join online and you would also be able to participate, I mean, gain access to the recording, like I mentioned, in case you miss a class. But of course, why should you always want to miss a class when you can join? So if it's possible to join in all the classes, then why not take advantage of that? People that join in all classes, definitely they have an advantage in a way because there could be some questions or aspects of the program that you might require more clarifications on, right? And you will just have that benefit. you have that benefit of asking the question during the class, right? So you can, and then it will be addressed on the point. So if you have the, if it's possible for you to join in all classes, please take advantage of that. So that is that. Then, I believe, have you all gotten your the curriculum? Like you have this very bootcamp curriculum. Have you all gotten it? A PDF document. I believe I shared with some of you, but I don't know if everyone has seen it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay, so let me confirm. Melissa, have you gotten? Okay, I don't know if your network will let you speak now, but I.
No, I've not gotten it. Though.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, no problem. I will send it. I will pin it to the group, so you can always have access to it. Then the other
Okay.
thing about the other point to address here is the requirements for certification. Yes, um, certification is something that is really important to us because before you certify someone, you should. The moment you certify someone, it rubs on your name and on your brand. So we want to make sure that when we tell people that you have participated in this program and you have learned these so skills and we can vouch for you, we should be sure that you can really do that, right? Because it's also in a way tied to us. So usually as a person, I am not really the type that is moved so much by certificates. In fact, I have lost count of my certificates since my days in the university because I was always taking this program or the other. And there are some that I don't even know where they are again, like unless I just see the need to go and retrace them, right? But certificate is actually something important because it's a social proof. It's a proof that someone else has seen you do this, right? Now, why I'm emphasizing on this is that I want you all to prioritize the learning itself, gaining the knowledge over the certificate. The certificate can just be an add-on, right? But if you have the certificate and you don't have the knowledge, you are the one losing actually. So, but be it as it may, we issue certificates to successful participants, and successful participants are those who stick to the program till completion, and they met minimum of 40% attendance. Please let's take note of this. There are just two main requirements. You have to attend at least 40%. 40% is even below um, half pass mark. But we just lowered that barrier because we are making this as flexible as possible. So 40% requirement in attendance, and then you have to complete three projects. In the course of the bootcamp, we will be working on projects. And interestingly, a number of the things you'll be expected to do are those that you can complete if you really participated in the class. You will not have much challenge um, finishing up the project, right? So we just want to make sure that you are following along and then you are working alongside with us so that in the end we can vouch for you. Now, those are the two main requirements: 40% attendance and then three projects that you would submit along the line. Then the other thing is where to find resources. Like if you are looking for any resource, I just wish you all can see my screen. What can you see at this point? Hello? Hello?
I can see
What
just your picture. So
what can you see?
Your picture.
Here, my picture. Wow. Oh, come on. Wait. I think I was even not even sharing. Okay. All right. What can you see now?
yes, yes, sir. You can see now.
Like, what can you see?
I think your screen.
Yes, like the exact screen.
Yeah.
Citizen Analyst Bootcamp.
All right. Thank you. So this very page, I'll share the link in the group. It's our bootcamp resources page. See it as the first portal. When I say download this certain data set, if you don't have the link to the data set, you can find the link to the data set here. This is the data set folder. It's on a Google hosted on a Google Drive, right? So you can just quickly come here and then you find the link to the data set. This is a link to the data set. Within this folder, you find two main data sets. No, number one is the sample superstore data set. Then the second one is the OList orders data set. This is a folder for the OList. You see a number of CSV files, right? And then additional documents and all that. So when I specify that you have to work on a particular data set, this is, if you don't have the link, you can always come to this resources page to get that. And regarding the curriculum I just mentioned, you can also see it here, right? So you can just click here to download it to your phone, to your device, to have it locally so that you can follow along. Then you can also see here that we have like a breakdown of the focus for each session. You can see the 12 sessions here. Session 1 is on automation. The session 2 is on performing data transformation with Power Query and all. Right. The purpose of this is so that you don't get lost at any point. And I think those are basic things that you need for those of you who don't need to register again since you're. And if you want to learn more, any other thing about the bootcamp, you can always do that from here. But since you're already a participant, why I believe you can always ask questions and get cleared if you have anything confusing. Now we also have our WhatsApp group, and we'll be sharing a data set. We'll be sharing links. We'll be sharing whatever is shareable there as well. And then on the other thing, yeah, you can also reach out to me directly. Send me a message. Then I'll be available to attend to your question and all. Then the last thing I will talk about today is about the applications we'll be using for the program. And I want to confirm, how many of us here have Power BI installed on their device? Anyone?
Sorry, I did not hear you. Sorry.
Okay, like Power BI. Do you have Power BI installed on your device? Microsoft Power BI.
No, I don't have it.
Okay. What about Microsoft Excel?
Yes, I have that one.
Okay. Like what version of Excel do you have? Can you check?
Actually, I'm not with my system yet, so I don't
No,
know. Can I like confirm and get back to you?
no problem. I just want to know. What about you, Abdul? Do you have Excel installed? Is he still with us? Hello, Abdul. You are muted in case you are trying to speak. All right. So while we wait for him, the main thing here is that you need to install Microsoft Power BI. It's a free software application, as you can see here. Um, the link to this page, I would share it with you as well. So if I miss any of these things I'm promising to share, please just point me to it. But if you come and just search for Power BI, Power BI, Power BI desktop download, it will lead you to this place. Then you can click on the first one here, which is download Microsoft Power BI desktop from official and so on. From there, it's about, depending on the version of the site and your device. If it's a 32-bit system you use, you install this first one, which is a 504 MB. If it's a 64-bit system, you install this one that has underscore x64 next to the name, right? And then you install it. It's a free application. And then Excel is something that we are already familiar with. So I believe a number of us should also have that one, right? So those are the main things we need for the program, right? So I have exhausted the items on this agenda, and I promised to not exceed 30 minutes. And we started by 4:15. I'm sorry, 8:15, right? This is 8:40, meaning we have about 5 more minutes to go. So I'm reserving these remaining minutes for your questions and any other business in general. So if you have any question you would want to ask, kindly um, ask so that we can look at it and then we end the call. So thank you very much for following up to this point. So the both of you are muted in case anyone is trying to say something. Hello? Hello?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes, my question is if you have any other question in addition to everything I have addressed so far, if you have any
Okay,
question.
okay, I heard you. So my question is, in a case where your system, your Microsoft Store, I don't know, because if I want to download something, okay, should I go through the Microsoft Store or the Chrome? I don't know.
Okay, what exactly? Because it depends on what you want to install. For instance, this Power
No,
BI.
this Power by desktop app, yes.
Okay. Yes, there are two ways to do that. Like there are a number of, in fact, you can also get it from unofficial websites. Like if I come down here, I can see it from this Subtonic. I can download it from here. But these are not official Microsoft
Okay,
websites. Then if I come here, I can also download it from the Microsoft Store. This is the link. This link will take me to the Microsoft Store to to download. And then if I don't have time for all this, I can just quickly, like if I click here now, it will require me to install to have to follow through that step. But I don't want to do that. That's why I just came straight to this very first link, and then which is here, and then I click here, and then I'm able to download. I will just select the one I want to download, then then download it. So you don't need to.
okay. What I'm saying,
Hello, sorry. Hello, Petra. Good evening. I think. Okay. Hello. I hope. Did I address your question? Hello. Hello, Melissa. I think so.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Did I address your question very well?
I still have another question. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. You can ask.
Okay. What I'm saying is,
Mm.
like, how you asked me to I don't know how to say. To go through Microsoft, right? What I'm saying is, my Microsoft is never opening at all. So if I want to go directly from Microsoft, I guess talk,
Is it Microsoft Store that you're talking
talk.
about? Microsoft
Yes,
Store. Okay. I just showed you that you don't need to.
yes.
You don't need to go through Microsoft
Go
Store.
there, bar.
Yes, you don't need to. You can
Okay,
through here now. You don't need to. With this link, you don't need to go through Microsoft Store. If I click here
okay,
now, I can
okay.
start downloading right away. You can see it downloading, right? So I did not need to sign in at all. So you don't need to do
Okay.
it. So okay, so I believe that. Okay, so do you have any other question? Or we can end. We have 1 more minute left. Arinze, do you have a question? Or we call it a wrap?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. So on this
All right,
note,
sir.
on that note, I'm missing an important point about the schedule of the program. So I asked to get your inputs regarding your availability, and I think worked on I reviewed it, and comparing it to the availability of the instructors too, we came up with a time that would at least would be suitable to the majority, right? So since we're meeting 4 times in a week, we have evening. Sometimes we on some days we meet in the morning, other days we meet in the evening. So based on the inputs, based on the form response we got from the registration form, the 4 days that most persons indicated as available are on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, right? So we're going to divide this into morning and evening sessions, right? So on Tuesdays and Mondays, okay, Mondays we have 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Mondays. Then Tuesdays is 10 to 12. Thursdays is 7 Thursdays and Saturdays are 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. In the previous cohort, we did it 8 p.m. to 10, but I have to adjust because we have someone joining us from Kenya and they are 2 hours ahead of us. You would not want him to join the call by 10, which will be late. A call that will end by 12. So it will be stressful. I had to adjust a bit. So I crave our indulgence to accommodate that. But then it's an open house, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for Mondays and 10 a.m. to 12 noon Tuesdays. So what do you think? Should we have a standard time? Let's adopt one, which is 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. Which one do you prefer? Or should we just leave it the way the form inputs reflect? So I feel if we have a standard time so that it can be saved in our minds that once it's 8, it's time for class, right? So let me get your inputs on that very quickly. Then whatever conclusion we arrive at now, we would adopt that.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Did you get the
Could
question?
you please repeat the schedules you mentioned again?
Okay. They are Mondays and Tuesdays are for morning session. Then Thursdays and Saturdays are for evening session. So for Monday, based on the feedback from the form, we have 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Tuesday, we have 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then Thursdays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Nigeria time. So I'm now interested in the one for Mondays and Tuesdays. So I was now asking, since we have Monday 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Tuesday 10 a.m. to 12 noon, can't we agree on a standard time so that if it is 8 a.m. that our morning classes are starting, let it be 8 a.m. so that it will not be on one day it will be 8 a.m. On another day it will be by 10 a.m., which can make someone to easily forget and all that. So that's what I'm asking if we can choose a standard time. If it is 8, if you check that by 8, let's say 8 is 8, so that on Monday and Tuesday I'm dedicating 8 a.m. and then I can adjust my schedule properly. Or should we just leave it the way we have it here, which is on one day it's 8 a.m., on another day it's 10 a.m.?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm asking each day we have how many hours? 1 hour or 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe if for my suggestion, depending in this country, uh, I think the standard time for me it can be good 8 p.m. like now, 8 p.m. especially
Eh,
at night.
Okay. The same time we started
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Because I think this time,
I considered you
yes,
who is 2 hours ahead of us. That was why I brought it backward to 7 p.m. But if you are cool with 8 p.m., then it's even better for us too, I believe. So are you cool with that?
yes, okay. So, maybe 7 p.m. is okay. Yeah, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, or maybe 8 p.m. Nigerian time is okay at night.
Okay, choose one. Let's give you that preferential treatment. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer by 8 or 7?
Let me say 7.
7. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So then, does anyone have anything to add to the former question I asked regarding the morning session? Should we choose 8 on one day, 10 on the other day, or should we set one standard time for that? I'm talking about morning session now, and this is our class. That's it's the availability of the people here that we tailor the program to. That's why I'm getting. It's not like we cannot just pick any standard time and then work with it, but we want to be flexible so that we reflect what the majority wants. So
Okay. For me, I feel like 8 is okay.
8
8
a.m.
on Monday and 8 on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we can adopt that. All right. So on that note, I want to thank you all again for making out time to join this session. And we will start in earnest on the 2nd of January. I believe by that time we would have um, shared the fun moments with our loved ones, and then we will be prepared well enough to start the new year with vigor and energy. So for now, if there is any information or any updates, I would always update you all in the group. And don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any issues installing the applications we'll be using. So please endeavor to install them before the kickoff of our first session. So I look forward to having you all again in 2025. So do have a wonderful evening. Kenneth, once again.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. So I'll end the call now.